Okay, let's get this party started. Hey Ash, good to see ya. That's weird, I'm not seeing you show up as a viewer. That's very weird, I'm not seeing you. Oh well, maybe you disconnected or something. Doesn't matter, I've gotta get started anyway. The video should be recording soon. Hey, welcome to Half the Battle. It took about 5 hours, but there's finally been a murder. And it was the girl who I thought was gonna kill me, so that was a bit of a shock. But, you know, nice little twist. Now we have to investigate her murder. Let's get started. Okay, so I know we're seeing a dead body here, but that's actually not the murder we're investigating. This girl was killed by the deadly teddy bear that's running the whole show. It's a long story. Go watch the earlier streams. Or, you know, look it up on a wiki. Of course, it's been a week, so I've completely forgotten what I've already done, so let's talk to Hero. Oh, no way! I seriously don't want to die here! I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. I'll say, yeah, he's lost it. Shihiro. Aren't you gonna help investigate Shihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. She's not getting any better, you know. I have to stay with her. Okay. Nobody else is around. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. Dude, there are people watching. Oh, I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like doing move and stuff, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty expired if you look at the graphic. She really is dead. No shit. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. Damn it, why is this happening? Okay, I'm having a little problem here with my mouse. Oh, seems to be okay now. No, that's her body. I guess we can walk around the school. Where can we go? I suppose we should go check in my room for clues, because that's where the girl was murdered. Yeah, my room's got 3 people in it. Someone's in the dining hall. There are 3 people there. Maybe I should, like, interrogate people? I don't know. Why can't I go anywhere? It's supposed to fast travel. Maybe I have to leave this room first. Yes? First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime. My room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Oh, guess I don't have to walk around the school. Coolly. Let's check something real quick. Okay, now I'm seeing people in the chat. That's good. That might reveal something new if we check the room. Okay. Yep, there's a lot to check here. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there was way less there than what there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's not Hanzo steel. It's not steel anything. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating, so somebody used it, obviously. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Nice! Replica sword has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. There's a key on the ground, it has my name on it, so this must be my room key. Because it's, you know, in my room, where the killing took place. Not looking very good for old Makoto here. Hey Lazarus! If I remember correctly... flashback. That's right, we'll have to trade keys! When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true then... How did the killer get into the room in the first place? Yeah, Shadow Tracker is rare and expensive. And for this month, that bludgeon guy... Quite enough money spent. For this year at least. Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Search your feelings, Makoto. You know it to be true. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely... Forgot to do the voice. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? The good part about people dropping dead in this game is that I have to do less voices. So I have to remember less voices. Because there were 15 characters. 16 if you count the bear. No, Halloween... Still gonna be pretty relaxed. In fact, I intend to do a mega stream. Instead of the 2 hours, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Because I don't think we're gonna get through this game in 1 month if we stick to 2 hours a weekend. This is longer than I had expected. Much longer than Doki Doki for sure. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer? Nice! Switching rooms has been added to the truth. I'm not gonna keep saying that every time. Okay, sheath. Oh no, that's the same bullcrap we heard before. Oh wait, there's some scratches on the sheet. No, it is different. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheet get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheet to be damaged. Yep, started last week. Technically there's been 2 murders, but Junko, the Valley Girl, so glad I don't have to try to do that voice anymore. She was killed by the murderous bear because she refused to participate in the game, I suppose we could call it. And Sayaka was murdered in my room, which is just fascinating. A heavy sheet like this could only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of a fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? What do you think it's evidence of? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in this room. No, really? Maybe it was just a very exciting game of chess. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. ... Evidence of a struggle. Okay. By the way, she was hiding behind weird head guy. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine and I haven't any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
what?
We ain't exactly
What?
in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of us. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause like, why the hell would we? Games. Interesting. Maybe she wrote down the name of her killer. I don't know. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Guess not. Sorry for asking. Think we need to talk to people now. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
hey,
Yes. I try to not make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. No help there.
by the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. It's really, really boring. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anybody found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! I forgot I
Shit.
gave him more of a Batman sound. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. You already pounded my face in part 1, remember? But what if it was a girl that did it? ... Smart ass.
Yo,
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Okay, so Kyoko. Hey Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. Yeah, look at her investigate away. But
What are you doing?
actual new graphics? Why game, you spoil us?
Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching?
With my index finger. She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Could you guys hear that? I just slapped my forehead. ... I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, nearly napping, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really? That means the killer must be a bald guy!
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looks like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could somebody have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Okay, we're getting useful information here. I suppose we've delayed it enough. We have to go see the body. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door... A new car! ... No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. And slipped right on the pool of blood. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. Yeah, she's pretty much done for. Big knife sticking in the old chest. Lots of blood, which is pink for some reason. I guess so that the game didn't get a higher age rating. Maybe. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. If he's gonna faint again, I'm stopping this game and we're playing Doki Doki. But I can't hesitate now. Oh, thank God. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. And I really need to pee, but she's in front of the toilet door. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Okay, so... Well, the first thing I notice is this thing. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Dude? That's clearly Leon upside down. Case closed. Did Sayaka do this? No, the Tooth Fairy. Okay, so it's upside down. She must have written it while she was lying in that position before she died. So... I told myself I really couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. It was tight. Some sort of sharp object. It's a knife! It's clearly a knife! Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? I don't know. It's a kitchen knife. Anybody have a guess? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. And it's got gold on it. From the sword. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Yes, gold paint from the... Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. Now he's repeating the thing that he thought. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palm of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Because she wrote the name Leon on the wall behind her, you dumbass! The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. Hercule Poirot's got nothing on you, does he? Yeah, I don't think we're actually dealing with an Agatha Christie level mystery here, guys. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? I don't know, sadistic murderer. So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is where her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. ... Okay, is there anything else? Some sort... Yeah, that's just... Yeah, that's just the same crap. I thought it was the blood spatter behind her, but no. I think that's everything then? Yes, but wash your hands first.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The body? Yeah, it wasn't difficult. The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? A really bad one? No, that was Doki Doki, where we had... You know what? Forget it. But the numbers she wrote, what did they mean? It's Leon upside down! You idiots! 11037. Yeah, let's go with that. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? It would be upside down! The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Of course I do! Because I'm the character that the player is playing. God damn it. Otherwise, the case will end, and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not gonna tell me. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets. It looks like Yoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. We all do! Everybody! Except you. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Hey, that actually rattled her. Not so confident now, are you, Missy? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Makoto, your knob is broken! Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? My knob! What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Well, that happens when you
It would seem...
also go blind. Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me. I ducked!
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. What, you Columbo now? Just one more. I can't do a Columbo impression. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Yes, like 1 minute ago. Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it, yes?
Hmm?
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. Does she really? I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, I'll see you later. And she's gone. As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Yep, I've been on dates like that. Bathroom doorknob, again at it. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. It's her OnlyFans account. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Okay. Ah, crap, I didn't mean to... Our rooms are completely soundproof, remember? If anything happened, there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this would... yeah, we've already established that. Let's hit the old dust trail. Okay... Fuck are you doing there? Okay, Byakuya.
very strange.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, we were fucking and... No, you got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. Yeah, that's the ticket. ... He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? Gah. The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? then it should have been me that died? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then okay. Duh. Hey, look who it is! Certainly not the guy whose name is written on the goddamn wall. Let's crack this case open.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? The what now? Oh, that's... Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Okay, so... This is my room. That's Sayaka's room. Let's go in. Because we have to get that DVD that was in the trash, remember? There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yup, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Video nasties. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. Okay. Yes. Where was the DVD room? Trash room, we'll do that later. Dressing room, bathhouse. Ah, dining hall's got a thingy on it. But we'll do that later. Warehouse, kitchen. No, not on this floor. Nurse's office, no. Ah, the AV room. How do we get there? Ah, we can... Oh, I forgot to talk to the fat guy. Do I want to talk to the annoying dickhead? Why not?
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual! The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it, so to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens... Wait, no, you might be the killer yourself! I can't tell you anything!
Got it!
Forget everything I just said! Forget Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Yeah, very little joke. ... And he was just gonna tell me that the nameplates were wrong, or... And we already knew that. Where's the damn AV room? Here we are. Okay. I should be able to use this to see what was on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pressed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. There's Sayaka and her other bandmates. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friend she said she had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. She was radioactive! Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? There's a super famous pop group, everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get at them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person could take things this far? Okay, if I remember right, we had to see... Yeah, we've been to the AV room. We have to see where the knife came from, which... Or I could talk to the programmer first, because they, we're going on a wild goose chase with the obviously upside down Leon name. Come on, just let me... We'll go here first, it's easier. Kitchen. Hey, love, Hina. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. So, you haven't done shit. Thanks, very helpful. This is all a first for me, you know. I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps me keep calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. When you stand there being useless, I'll go check out the kitchen. And will you look at that? There appears to be a knife missing. Who'da thunk it? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. It's currently sticking into Sayaka. Was it missing from the very beginning, or... Christ, my character's a dumbass! I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Okay, Captain Useless, do you know anything about the knife? Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kinda strange, a knife suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Why are you just thinking that? Ask her. Which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Even if I did, do you really think I would just confess to you right now? What? Of course not. I would never. ... Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. Hey, I was nice to you the other week. I gave you a nice present. So, does she now think that I want to kill her too, or... So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. ... Okay, what's next? Trash room. Yeah, we thought that maybe somebody had tried to get rid of evidence in the trash room. Which is right here. So let's go on adventuring! Hunting we will go, hunting we will go. Trying to catch a killer, a hunting we will go. Okay, why is there a fence in front of that? There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Okay, so this is one of the less advanced Monokumas. This is just an automaton. This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
Okay, cleaning duty. But I did wonder about this thing. There's a hatch on the floor. Well, the door won't budge. It must be locked. At least I got a nice coin out of it. Okay, so who haven't I talked to yet? Hifumi. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. Oh, why are you sucking up to the murderous teddy bear? I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go!
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Are you gonna, well, actually, your own statement? Actually. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate, unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, fatty, why do you want a cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, and poking around at it. I'm not even gonna speculate. I mean, it's not gonna be their underwear because they washed that. So, let's not even go there, folks. Let's just move on.
There's no way to think
What
about
are you
this in a
talking
common
about?
sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for Tootie!
You know what I mean.
The girl from The Facts of Life? She was called Tootie, right? One of the girls on The Facts of Life? Answer in the comment section below. But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D! The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D! You are one weird-ass dude, you know that? Then again, you are all weirdos. Oh, and PVC figurines! You know, I could mock here, but I've got like 3,000 action figures, so let's move hastily on. How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? Was he just talking to me? Can he hear me? Is this another one of those Monica situations? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Okay, can we get off this whole perverted guy thing? We're trying to solve a murder here. Vice Squad is in the other room. That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, thank God. Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? Now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. Getting meta, are we? I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? Cool, Lazarus. You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife, he learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up. Was that a fucking Shawshank Redemption reference?
Da-da-da-da-da!
Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then, the gate opened,
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! Yeah, I'm gonna do it right in front of you, too. Dumbass. No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Okay, so... yeah, there's definitely some shit on the ground. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that... Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. You know, I'm usually the one that makes the pop culture references, but you do you. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and it will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Okay, totally lost there. So, I get what you're saying, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. Shatter... Ah, crystal ball! We're bringing crystal ball into this. The worst G.I.Joe figure. There's something else. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. It's a sleeve. Looks like the kind of hermit's uniform that the annoying Taka wears. A burnt piece? Like a hunk of burning love? Dude, what is up with you? ... Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape is part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means... This is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. No, there aren't. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. A green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. Ah, and it's on right now! Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Sooner or later, you'll dance with the Reaper. That's from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. If only, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said that the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes, about that there can be no mistake. Yeah, I've got nothing... If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check this place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Well, probably by throwing the crystal ball at the button? This whole thing is quite strange indeed. Then again, throwing a crystal ball in the incinerator, it's not like I wouldn't do that. We're talking about the toy again. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. Weren't what? Kinda forgot the end of the sentence there. They weren't off? What does it all mean, Miss Miyagi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it.
Just
I'm
because
sure
there's
of
a
it.
dead chick in my bathroom. Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. I think we're done? Right? You have anything else to say?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Miyagi, you seem a little down. Huh? Really? If you need help lifting your spirits, call on me anytime.
Come on, come on.
I've got all kinds of smatter stuff that might help cheer you up. Like a second ago, you were accusing me of murder. Now you want to give me your porn stash? Also, no thanks, by the way. ... Yeah, we're probably done. And we've been going an hour, so I'm gonna take a 1 or 2 minute quick bio break, and we'll be back with more investigating. So talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Poured myself a nice glass of wine because who wants to be completely sober when the characters are acting like such dumbasses? Okay, I guess next we're gonna talk to the computer girl. No, we've already been there. Why are his eyes so red? Why can't you just go directly into the gym? Yo, we've got some bullshit. Hey Chihiro, I was hoping to ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Yeah, let's just follow this red herring. It's Leon upside down. You fuckwits! Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. No reason to start crying. Thanks anyway. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? ... No, couldn't be. Okay. Just... crystal ball, and this guy is the ultimate clairvoyant, so it must have been his. I'd suspect him, except, you know, Leon's name is spelled upside down by his victim. Hey Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do. I've had enough. Gotta break free. I want to break free. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna trigger Twitch's content ID by my awful singing, so we should be good, folks. Hero, snap out of it. Oh, Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? I got one of your balls. That's my ball! But it's all smashed. What the hell? Who crushed my balls?
What the heck?
Yes, I'm 12 years old. I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. Well, I hate to disappoint you, but, so how did it break? What? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Yeah, because crystal doesn't break. Famous for it. Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon, Serpentor. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Well, taking everything into consideration, survey says, yes, you dumbass. Let's put that aside from now. In fact, let's never talk about it again. So, you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. J'accuse! I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room. That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. ... By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. A million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. Okay, so this game is originally Japanese, so I hope they mean yen. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Right there with you, Makoto. Glad we're once again on the same page. Huh? Ding dong bing bong.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
Started? What do you think we've been doing for the last 7 hours?
It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Oh shit.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That rhymes. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Well, we could fuck around, but I got a feeling there's no running away now. The red door. I have no choice but to go through it. I know there's like a famous horror story involving a red door, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is.
You!
You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you! I just took 2 seconds to look at the other door. There's no way, no way. Plus the other two were in the gym with me. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial, where we will be jumping to the conclusions. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. I haven't been convicted yet. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. Unfortunately, she can't testify in your defense right now, dude. She's kinda busy. But then, who is the killer? It's Leon! We guessed it, it's Leon! Whoa. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Yes, he is among us, you might say. Leon is sus.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Charming. Leon, what's your take on all this, buddy? Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Yes, you killed somebody. You asshole. Byakuya. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Miyagi's final curtain call. Okay, Toko, fuck you. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her, very impressive. We haven't seen her the whole investigation. What's she been up to? Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Dot dot dot. Well, at least she's not directly accusing me.
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Just 99. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. Dot dot dot. Let's get started.
Hey,
There's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future, Hulk Hogan!
impossible.
Damn, we really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
If you wanna confess, my guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
What?
So
What?
whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? I'm the goddamn Batman! Hey, wait, where's the small one? She's not here. Oh, yes, she is. She's right there. She was hiding
I'm
behind
sorry.
Taka. Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Okay, we've talked to everyone, so I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea. ... Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. And she's gone. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I'll swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. Leroy Jenkins! With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. That's pretty cool. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. Why is he not just staring at the wall like that? I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Hello. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Dude, shit.
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. Of course we're looking straight down Hina's cleavage. Thanks, game. We know where your heart really lies. I was taking a drink, I wasn't staring. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Betrayal! Betrayal! A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Yes, a silent but deadly fart, whatever. Do you want to say? Yeah, I think I do. Court preparation. Do I have anything, or...? And that's all I have. Okay. Okay, I've selected that, so escape. Good.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Wait, what?
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Hey, is this whole thing voice acted? Then I can take a break
Okay,
and
then.
stuff.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
What?
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
Yeah, those aren't creepy at all.
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Yes, thank you for that contribution, Hifumi. You're doing great, buddy.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Huh. Yeah, sure. Let's put a pin in that, shall we?
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Guess these other dumbasses sure aren't gonna help me. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Nope. We're just diving straight in.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
No!
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Yeah, she did.
No, that's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
You guys can hear the dialogue well enough, right?
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Duh!
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Obviously!
she must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Game, don't make me agree with Byakuya. He's an asshole.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
It's the kitchen knife.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. The kitchen knife.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into
Some
her stomach.
kind of...
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
This isn't exactly requiring Batman, the world's greatest detective, or even Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, to solve, is it?
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Sort of!
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Congratulations, you don't need glasses.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Yeah, point the finger at me while ironically pointing the finger at your own head. That is actually pretty funny.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
You might be surprised. Upside down number.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Like, oh, I don't know. The name Leon written on the fucking wall? Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. A space key? What the fuck is a space key? It's either the escape key or the space key. Damn translating. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention. And steady my aim. Okay. Yeah. Good luck and have fun. The game is mocking me, folks.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Aha!
No, that's wrong!
Objection! This is kinda like Phoenix Wright.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Witness me!
Huh? Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Shawn Michaels.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Rude.
Idiot swimmer girl?
Hina, priorities?
Oh, and more importantly...
Thank you.
Why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Even Monokuma is getting tired of their bullshit.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Quod erat
so then,
demonstratum.
who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Whoa!
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Duh.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Ooh!
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Dude! Do you not notice the skirt?
But I'm a girl.
Duh.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
See you later, Lazarus. Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... well, Sayaka?
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Damn! Back to square one.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder! Again! Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first hangman's gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? No. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If you can just figure out what that something is. Hangman's Gambit. I'm in space! Really? Hair.
Now I understand.
We're playing a children's game for this.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Getting Squid Game vibes here.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Yeah, elbow Ifumi in the shoulder while you're at it.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
What? How? She's literally dead in the bathroom. That's some trace? Like all of the traces? I thought you were the smart one, Celeste.
That makes sense.
Well, you and the white-haired girl.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yeah, Kyoko.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
The name. The upside-down name. You idiots.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yes!
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Oh, we're gonna have to go through this song and dance first, aren't we? With the doorknob and the...
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is... the object the killer broke. The bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
My broken knob.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
My knob will never be the same again.
See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to know more? No.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally,
Aw, missed.
the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
To finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
No.
We already know the answer.
It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
They tore apart my knob.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know was that the crime took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
Because of the switched nameplates.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Ha! Get out of that one, asshole.
A definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Getting another Doki Doki flashback.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No, you idiot. That's an unbelievably dumb idea.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
That's what I said.
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
I'm super serial.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you.
Look at that disappointed face.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Actually, a good question.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
This is the easiest part of the stream since I started this thing. You just have to let them talk.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka would let someone in because... No, that's all gonna come later. Switching rooms.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Okay, Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Because you write down your crimes a lot?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Why didn't you tell this before when we were investigating?
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note... Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
I thought you were only into 2D.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Didn't expect that question to actually get answered, but...
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Not really.
Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Uh-huh.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No!
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms was... well, Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get a wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
She got killed?
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Yeah, but you guys don't know who that is. People with brains do. It's fucking Leon because his name was on the wall.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because of the flex? The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Hey, all that glitters is not gold. But yeah, it is.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Really? Already? What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. Sure. Yes? Multiple truth bullets. But only one bullet will be useful. So you have to combine the right bullets with the right weak spot. A key. Okay. That's important to remember. Oh, or the mouse wheel, okay. What? No, I said it the kind. Yes, let's have fun, shall we?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
Aha! Got it in one. Is the sword what, you know, cut her?
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yeah, God knows it's the only sharp thing in this entire game.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Ooh. The part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have touched it? The palms of her hand.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Penny Palm and her 5 friends. Okay, I think this is where we're gonna stop it for now. Because we're coming up on 2 hours. I hope you can save in the middle of a trial. Pretty damn annoying if you couldn't. Okay, yeah, you can. And we'll continue next weekend, when it'll be Halloween weekend, so the streams will be very long. Is anybody still here? I don't think so. Okay, so we can wrap it up, and I'll see everybody again next week. Good night, everybody.